through storms, unshaken, unbowed. Through trials and verdicts, still standing proud. A titan in the tempest, against the raging crowd. He's got a vision for the future, gonna shout it aloud. Changing the wind.
Welcome, everyone, to the Crazy Kryptonaut channel. I am Zester, and thank you guys so much for joining me this Friday. I will go ahead and apologize. I'm probably going to have to mute the mic a lot. The sickness from earlier in the week is slowly working its way down, and needless to say, I've got a particularly ticklish throat at the moment. But I hope everyone else is having a far healthier week. And, well, it's definitely been an interesting one. I assume most everyone here has already seen all of the craziness from the Zelensky meeting at the White House. So, yeah, between crypto crashing, between the world order drastically reshifting, it's been intriguing. But I'm going to go ahead and say some hellos and get right to answering some questions and looking at a few news stories that may help a little bit in terms of being able to understand why we're seeing this price drop in Bitcoin and the crypto market on the whole. We did drop below 80,000 this morning. So we hit $78,000 per Bitcoin, somewhere around 3:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And folks are pointing fingers everywhere in regards to the why. But all right, let's say hello first, then we'll get to that one. What's up, Kukla? Oh, Tina wants to say hello also. And so Tina, hello. Tina says hello, but what's up, Kukla? What's up, Linda Hearn? Howdy there, Mile High Trish. Oh, no. I'm ready, Kukla. Send it along. I need all the soups. What's up, Texas Farm Girl? Welcome. And yeah, and Kukla, I'm not certain. I know that there are folks saying that Trump threw him out. Who knows, in all honesty, at this point, because I've seen so much rumor milling going on social media today since it. But I'm certain if Trump hasn't already clarified it, I'm certain he will tell us the truth, if he kicked him out or not. It sounded like Trump was trying to calm the conversation down at certain points in the Oval Office, which that's a pretty odd thing. You don't usually see Trump trying to calm a conversation down. He's not afraid of knocking some heads. Definitely not afraid of being a little rude, or at least not rude, but a little blunt. Hey, Miss Tina. All right. Welcome, Mary Jones. Yeah, that's something that's interesting, Trish. Mile High Trish says, I want to see what politician is even willing now to support Zelensky. Bet the numbers will drop. I did see that politicians in Ukraine have already filed to remove him as president. And so he's already getting a pushback from politicians in his own country. Whether that comes to anything, who knows? All right, though. Oh, Gary7 coming in at number 7 on the like button. Thank you so much, Gary. And how are you doing, man? I always appreciate seeing you. Yep, I am indeed. Welcome, Tahoe. All right. Gary7, I always appreciate it. Zester, if you think you feel bad, someone called me, they sneezed and then hung up. I hate cold callers. I need to get a soundtrack put in, Gary. Call it the Gary7 soundtrack, just with the drums and the cymbal. What's up, Nature Girl? How are you doing? Oh, yeah. I did. I decided with the sickness, I was already looking disheveled enough. It needed to go. What's up, ADHD? I am and am ADHD. Hey, well, that. What's up, Johnny C? Hashtag Jesus saves. He does indeed. A good thing here before I do jump in and we start talking about the markets. Please do remember that the content in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes and is not intended to provide financial advice. Please consult with a financial professional before making investment decisions. Very, very important one. Very, very important one. All right. Oh, Tina definitely loves her hug. She also loves to nibble you when you're not paying attention, but that's just Tina's love language, I guess. What's up, triumphant? What is up? Oh, thank you, Joy. No, not a fun one, but I've been a very long time without getting sick down here, and so I guess at a certain point you got to go ahead and make certain that the immune system is up to snuff and working. So it needs to happen every once in a while. Triumphant 2024. Zester, we bought our first XRP this week. Congratulations. Congratulations. And you got the Ledger Flex wallet. Learning. That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that you've already got the safe storage location figured out, because that does tend to be one of the major point of failures. When you're new, a lot of times folks they just want to buy the crypto. They just want to buy. They're afraid they're going to miss out on the price going up. And I feel like a lot of times, and this was me too, when I first bought crypto back in 2016, I didn't think about where I was going to store it. It wasn't even a part of my mind. It was just, it's going to go up. I'm going to make money. And I need to get in now before I miss out. And so I'm really glad to hear that, Triumphant. I know you're going to have a bit of a learning curve to go through, though, with the Ledger Flex, but it does make it particularly easy. And it's all actually on the little screen, and the screen on that device helps out a lot. So that is awesome. Very, very awesome. Oh, I will, Kukla, but all right, guys. Let's get right into it and let's check out our news today. And really, well, there's so much. I've kind of had to narrow it down, knowing that my voice wasn't going to keep up, but also there was so much noise going on in terms of crypto news this whole week. And really, it's not just crypto, it's been everything. Traditional finance, politics, it's all been so much noise. It's kind of been hard to cut through. But first things first, we are seeing Bitcoin right now sitting over $84,000. We have started to recover. We've got XRP at $2.14. Ethereum really took it on the chin, currently sitting at 2,215. And so what freaked a lot of people out, though, is that we just brought up the 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. This is where folks started to really panic at that $78,000 mark. A lot of general panic, which I understand. And of course, as always, we see the same exact chart when we come over and we look at others. We've got near the same time period. We had the same low on Ethereum. We come over to XRP on the 24-hour chart, right there at the same time, 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Just about everybody hit their low point. XRP dropped below $2 at that point in time. They did. So that definitely, that was a scary one. I know talking to those across the pond, they woke up to see those prices. I at least, and all of us in the States, we at least got to wake up to it back above 80,000. Still a particularly rough week, and a lot of finger pointing. We've had a lot of folks, and so this one is somewhat newer info, but a lot of folks pointing at and blaming BlackRock as BlackRock unloads $510 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum to Coinbase after $1 billion of ETF outflows. Whales dumping, volatility ahead. But really, what this story was, and what a lot of people got very, very worried about, was they thought that BlackRock, the company, was actually dumping its Bitcoin holdings. That was not the case. These were the Bitcoin ETFs. And so these are people who have invested in the Bitcoin ETF with BlackRock, and they're going, hey, we want to sell. And so this could be traditional retail investors. This could be other financial firms. This could be anybody. But needless to say, there was a massive amount of sales coming from the ETF. A lot of folks pointing fingers, throwing aspersions out there. I've heard that BlackRock told people that they should sell. That there's a lot of worry coming from there, but also in the exact same breath, BlackRock's personal wallets did not sell any Bitcoin. And so BlackRock, the company, in terms of their personal holdings, they didn't sell a single Bitcoin throughout this. If BlackRock is trying to do anything, maybe they're trying to get all of their investors to sell to drive the price down so that they can buy in cheaper. I've seen that rumor running a fair amount. But the major thing that folks were saying is that BlackRock was dumping. It wasn't BlackRock. It was people that invested with BlackRock that were dumping. And the reason we know this is because those wallets are segregated. And so the wallets, they have to legally be segregated. And so we know from the wallets that we're selling that those were not BlackRock's Bitcoins. Those were other people who had bought in. All right. Because in the same breath, BlackRock adds actually a BTC ETF to a $150 billion model portfolio product. And so BlackRock is expanding their offerings with Bitcoin. They're tying Bitcoin to other assets. They're tying it to other stocks. They're tying it to trade. They're tying it everywhere. And so BlackRock is only expanding their options and what they're capable of providing to investors in the cryptocurrency space. They're not trying to run away. They're really kind of embracing it more than anyone else, in all honesty, at this point. And that just made me remember one other little story that was also circulating just yesterday that would be an interesting one for us to look at, just because a lot of folks out there are kind of waiting to see the banking system, the financial system really adopt cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Here we have Bank of America CEO says bank will likely launch its own stablecoin. All Bank of America and pretty much every major bank is waiting for is for this regulation from the Trump administration to be finalized. Right after it, they plan on launching their stablecoin protocols. And so things are progressing particularly good, in all honesty, on the cryptocurrency front. We're seeing a lot more adoption. We're seeing a lot of different options for folks who aren't typically in the crypto world. We're seeing a lot of ways for people to participate, for people to go through their traditional financial institutions and hold crypto, have exposure to that market. And so we're really not seeing any negatives around there. Where we did see a lot of negatives were around the Bybit hack. Remember, we covered that on Wednesday, but the Bybit hack, $1.5 billion of Ethereum stolen from Bybit by the Lazarus Group, a North Korean hacker group. That is absolutely one of the factors in why we see the market kind of tanking at this point. That leads to a lot of uncertainty. The fear is that they're going to dump that $1.5 billion of crypto onto the market, essentially at pennies on the dollar. And you can pretty much just think about this anyway. If some guy walks up to you on the side of the road and has a DeWalt drill in the box to sell, it's probably because he stole it, and he's probably willing to sell it to you really cheap. It's the same logic here with the crypto. They stole it, and so they're willing to sell it cheap, and that's a genuine worry for everybody. That makes a lot of folks panic. Folks start to sell because they're worried that the hackers are going to start to sell, and it's going to bring the price down. It's a cascading effect. And so there are two. We've had a lot of folks pointing fingers at BlackRock. We've had a lot of folks pointing fingers at the Bybit hack. The third are the tariffs. And this is one that literally makes 0 sense, because tariffs really shouldn't be a net negative for cryptocurrency at all. It should, in the long run, it should be kind of a net positive in terms of what currency people are going to prefer to conduct international business in. But needless to say, a lot of fingers getting pointed in that direction. That's still on, you go to the mainstream media, it's still a lot of finger pointing at Trump, saying that the Trump tariffs are the reason that crypto is falling in this way. That doesn't add up either. If we really wanted to break it down and just say what is the real reason, we would really look at just the historical price movement of crypto, and then we would call these 3 factors nothing more than, in all honesty, patsies. The market needed a correction. We have over the past, and we can go back to that XRP chart. You know, when we look over at the year chart on it, we saw XRP and many cryptos essentially go from, I mean, it's still 4x from where it was just a matter of a few months ago. That is a drastic rise in prices. That is not normal in most markets without corrections. We need to figure out where the market genuinely values these cryptocurrencies at right now. And so that, to me, is more of the genuine logic. It's that these things were triggering events. Essentially, the market already had a problem. A lot of folks knew that the market has a problem. And then these things happen. We have a massive hack. We have tariffs come out. And that just became the catalyzing event. Where is it going to stop? Well, that's the $1 trillion question. Where is it going to stop? Nobody knows. Anybody that does know is not going to tell you, because they're busy planning out their strategy to make billions and billions and billions of dollars. And so that's really where the worry is. What we do have is we have certain price points that we can kind of make general assumptions around that we're going to see a lot of strength at. And so the next major target in that regard would really be 75,000 on Bitcoin. That's where a lot of folks are kind of pinpointing that next level of resistance, where they think a lot of people are going to be unwilling to sell and a lot of people are going to be interested in buying. Tina, I'm trying to talk about crypto, little lady. You can get pets and cuddles all day long. Why does it have to be now? Now, jumping into something, though, that is a little bit more interesting, in my opinion, and well, kind of a positive and a negative. The SEC did come out with a ruling. The SEC has come out with a ruling, and the SEC has ruled all meme coins. So Shiba, Doge, all of them are not securities and are therefore not to be regulated by the SEC. This is, well, one, it's true. Meme coins are not securities, and they should not be regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. They shouldn't be. Doesn't make any sense. Oh man, your hair with the cold, Miss Tina, is so much worse. Sorry, totally lost track on where I was even at there, as I just snorted half a pelt of Tina hair. She gets washed and cleaned and brushed nonstop. It's like she produces hair at an insane rate. But yes, on that, back to the meme coins. Meme coins are not viewed as securities. This means that essentially there are no rules or regulations behind launching a meme coin and having people invest in it. Oh my God, this is awful. But yeah, there are no rules. Essentially, I can go out, I can make a meme coin, I can bring in fundraising dollars from anywhere, and I'm never going to have to expect a call from the SEC in any regards. And because of the general atmosphere, the SEC is really the only regulatory body that gets involved in cryptocurrency, besides FBI and things of that nature. If it's specifically, you know, money laundering, you know, human trafficking, DEA if it's drug trade. Unless it's that, really, it's only the SEC. And so this has been a huge green light to the likes of the Hawktuas and the influencer meme coins and things of that nature. An absolute green light to move forward and do as they see fit. All right. Oh wow, guys. I may literally have to go take a shower so that I can function after that. I love you, Tina, but you're gonna have to stay away from the face for a little while. All right. All right. On to our last little story. Just because we hadn't talked about AI in a while. Yes, researchers accidentally turned ChatGPT evil. Grok sexy mode horror AI. Researchers discovered a simple trick to turn ChatGPT evil, and Grok is now providing chemical weapons instruction manuals, and that is in some way either more or less horrifying than the fact that Grok also now has a sexy mode option where you can make images, videos, and things of that nature that are explicit. Yeah, not really certain on that one. Not really certain on that one. All right, though, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to end the stream. I've got to go wash my face or I'm going to lose my mind. Any questions that I can get answered very quickly before I go running off? My apologies, guys. The sickness has been awful this week, but I didn't want to leave everyone hanging on the market like this. With things looking the way they are, I just was not willing to not come out and chat for at least a little bit. But sorry for being even shorter than I planned on, but I'm about to start blowing snot rockets all over the place. Yeah, and that, Gary, it does seem as if the SEC is chilling out on that one. It does seem that the SEC is starting to relax. What's up, LG lady? Welcome, welcome. Trying to find any other questions there. Okay. Mel, are most all ledger wallets limited to storage or no of tokens? Mel, that's a great question. And no, there is no storage limit. I can keep one Bitcoin or I could keep all the Bitcoin on one ledger hardware wallet. And so that's the same idea with multiple different cryptocurrencies. I can keep all of my Ethereum and all of my Bitcoin all on one ledger hardware wallet. No worries to be had. The only thing that can ever become potentially an issue is if, say, you had on your ledger like 80 different applications for 80 different blockchains. You might run out of space for the apps on the ledger, but that's not about the cryptocurrency. When it comes down to it, and it's important to always remember, your crypto is not on that hardware wallet. That hardware wallet is your key to the bank vault, and it's the only key to that bank vault. And so that's why when you're going through setup on Ledger, it will tell you, it's one of the questions that it asks you. It asks you during the little quiz at the beginning, is your crypto stored on this device? And it's usually one of the trickiest questions that they ask you because most people say, yes, that's where my crypto's at. But it isn't actually there. Your cryptocurrency and all cryptocurrencies are always on the blockchain. You, through that Ledger hardware wallet, are just making that wallet, that hardware wallet, the only key that opens up the vault. All right, though, guys. I do have an allergy to cat hair, but because I have them around so often, I've really gotten past that one. I think this one's just a matter of I'm already so tickly and itchy and like rubbed raw, and now to have her hair all over me is just making this well, it's making my whole face feel like I just need to start sitting there and scratching and blowing my nose. My apologies, guys. Love you all. So sorry to go so short on this one this evening. Don't worry. I will be back to 100% come next week. And if anything crazy goes on over the weekend in the crypto markets, I will jump in and start going live or making videos. I do kind of expect this weekend to be particularly crazy. With everything going on in the world, with a market fragility right now, we could see another downturn in the overall market this weekend. Long term, though, we really don't have any bad news to look forward to. On the long term for crypto, everything's falling into place to be extremely, extremely prosperous in the coming years. So I think this is going to be a short-term blip, but we may see some projects fall. We may see some start to succeed to greater degrees, but we'll just have to see. All right, though, everybody. Love you all. Talk to you very soon. I'm going to go try to get some soup and wash myself in boiling hot water until I quit itching. But see you guys.